Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is section 6.4 of Mrs. Quinn's geometry class, and today we're going to talk about the properties of kites, one of our quadrilaterals. So first, let's talk about the kite symmetry theorem. The line connecting or containing the ends of a kite is the symmetry line for the kite. Let me draw you a picture of that. If I have a kite, we remember that our consecutive congruent side lengths determine a kite, and here I'm saying that the line containing the ends of the kite must be the symmetry line for the kite, meaning that it's the perpendicular bisector between these 2 points. Agreed? Or the segment that would connect these 2 points. And then we have the kite diagonal theorem. The symmetry diagonal of a kite is perpendicular bisector of the other diagonal and bisects the 2 angles at the ends of the kite. So if I draw a symmetry diagonal, I can draw a line to bisect this one and bisect the other 2 angles of the other ends of the kite. For my rhombus diagonal theorem, each diagonal of a rhombus is perpendicular bisector of the other diagonal. So this diagonal will perpendicularly bisect the other diagonal. Now let's go back to this one. Here I'm saying that the symmetry diagonal of a kite is the perpendicular bisector of the other diagonal and bisects the 2 other angles. So that means that it chops this one in half and leaves me with right angles here, bisects these 2 angles right here. Does everybody follow that? Whereas this one, they're both perpendicular bisectors of each other. All right? If a quadrilateral is a rhombus, then it is a parallelogram. So if we're finding these angles, if this angle right here is 31, and I know this one must be a 90-degree angle, right? So I am going to assume that I have 180 degrees here. If I minus 90, there's 90 left. And if angle A is 31, then when I subtract that from 90, how many degrees are left for angle ABD? Hopefully you'll agree with me that 51 degrees or 59 degrees are left. Then if this angle is 59, what does this angle have to be? Hopefully you'll agree it's also 59 degrees. And if I know that this angle is 31, what does this angle have to be? Hopefully you'll agree that it also has to be 31 degrees. And we know that all of these angles right here are right angles. At this point, I don't know enough information to say anything about these angles, so I don't know these angles. All right, let's try one more. Let's say I'm flying this beautiful kite right here. And I'm going to go ahead and draw my diagonals just to help us see it. If I look at the measure of angle DCA and I say it's 30, hopefully you'll agree with me that this one also has to be 30, which means the entire angle here would be 60. And if I know that this one is 30, since these are 90, these would have to be 60. And then now I know the angle BAC, so this angle right here is 50, which means that this angle has to be 50. And since these are 90, this one would have to be 40, and this one would have to be 40. Now, finally, I'm told that DE is a length of 15, so that tells me that this segment right here also must be 15. All right, for tomorrow, I'd like you to draw the kite below and fill in all the missing angles and side lengths that are possible. And I'll see you then.